Hi guys, welcome to another video. There's a lot of interesting news. Everybody's been very excited about Terra 2.0. The revival plan is out. A lot of action happening in the market, a lot of news. The Fed also spoke. But if we get into the 1 hourly BTC chart, we are getting another rejection from the downtrend line, and similarly we are now coming back down. We've been getting rejected, but we are in that range bound. If you see the blue line closely around $28,000, that's the point we are taking bounces from. Pretty lateralized right now in the market. Are we getting into the third phase of Bitcoin's dominance? That is going to be very exciting because we have shared the cycle with you guys a few times in the past weeks. So we got to ape into today's information, see this is going to be changing the markets or the market is going to remain the same. Now we get into the quick updates today. If we look into the updates, the first thing we can see is similar rejection here, another rejection here, and another rejection is coming right now. We are taking a bounce right now from 28. So that's okay, but still we have to make sure we don't break below this line. If we do break below this line, that means compared to the bullish bearish chart, we are now heading downwards into the levels of $22,000 to $24,000. That's going to be very exciting to see. A lot of people are going to make some quick money in the shorts. If you want to do it, this is not a financial decision, but you can start getting into short positions if we do break below this line. Exciting times coming. We wanted to see some movement in the markets. Now finally that movement is coming. If we get into DXY chart, DXY waterfall just dumping with lower highs and lower lows. Situation is getting out of hand. Recession will come or not. There's a lot of talk about it. Only time will tell. If we get into USDT's dominance is increasing right now. The correlation between Bitcoin's price and USDT's dominance is working perfectly right now in the markets, which is good to see and bad because obviously the market is going to be suffering as USDT's dominance increases. So we would likely want it to come down, but for now we are beginning to see a higher high forming right now on the chart. We had previously reached the levels of 6.51%. Right now we're trading in the regions of 6.2930 at this moment. So things are looking very bearish in the market as the dominance increases. Now if we get into Bitcoin's dominance, that is something interesting. We just wicked all the way to 46%. That's where we ideally want to get into. My target remains at 46.45%. We would ideally want to break that target, head upwards, and probably 47% could come. This is the main reason right now in the market I'm feeling probably we are changing the cycle now because the market has begun to lateralize sideways movements. RSI on high time frames are beginning to show the market is now getting sideways and Bitcoin's dominance keep increasing. So this is a plus sign, and on top of that cherry, we are seeing that Ethereum's dominance that was range bound for a very long time between 20% to 18.47% has just wicked below on the 12-hour candles. So it's trading in the regions of 18.41%. We have idly bounced previously from 17.94%. So we would want to see whether we're going to be able to hold that level or not. The gas fees on ETH is extremely low from last year. July, we have now been experiencing that low gas fees back in the markets. A lot of stuff going on in metaverse. Developers are pretty much happy with the gas going down. This is the time for market to build new projects. Now we get into our big data on Gate.io. Gate.io's anniversary is today, so happy anniversary Gate.io. Extreme fear level is at 12. Yesterday we were at 11. We get in long and short ratio. Global data, 52.64% people are in long positions in 24 hours, while in 1 hour 50.13% people are in long positions, 49.87% people are in short positions. Very even Stevens here. Long and short ratio block trade, 56.05% people in long positions in 24 hours, and 60.90% people are in short positions in 1 hour, while 39.10% people are in long positions. Here we are seeing a lot more bearish momentum coming right now in the market from the block trades. Interesting to see. If we get into market sentiment, neutral for ETH and BTC, while Tron is on sell right now. Funding rate for BTC is negative. For ETH, it's on the best place possible, which is 0.0100%. Obviously, after this downside is completed, we're probably going to see the funding rate neutralizing itself. Now we get into my favorite part, which is Gate.io startup blockchain project discounts in progress right now. AQDC, which is going to be a real-time combat situation game for blockchain gamers. Interesting project. We have seen gaming projects doing very well. Then we have another coin coming, which is going to be Joystick token, which is also a DAO-based metaverse that consists NFTs, P2E, and gamify elements. Another metaverse with games, NFTs, exciting stuff coming here as well. This is going to be starting in about 11 days, and this one's going to be starting in 6 days. So there's ample time for all of you guys to ape into this one. Now, we did suggest you guys to get into ORT. ORT has dumped, and we never saw that quick upside coming in the coins that we have lately seen in new listed and startup, which is very sad. Market can have both ways, but it did have a very good upside when it started. So it was at about 0.88 cents, went all the way up to $1.61 in that range. Looked very, very good. And then we started having whales selling. Once the whales started selling, the market started dropping, and it's in a pretty bad situation right now. I do hope you have taken good profits on this and holding some back, because we need to have a correction before an upside comes. So that is very, very important. Now let's aim into the biggest news, the most important news. This is TERRA 2.0 is coming with overwhelming support. The TERRA ecosystem has voted to pass proposal at 1623, calling for the genesis of a new blockchain and the preservation of our community. The TERRA ecosystem revival plan, which has everything you need to know about our path forward, can be read in full here. So I'm going to be linking this in the description. You can always read yourself and understand. Basic question for everybody right now is that I have this coin on Terra chain, then I have this coin on Binance, I have it on Qcoin, the exchanges. Well, they are going to be giving it to the exchanges, and exchanges are going to be airdropping it to the people who are already holding the old Luna. So that is something you just have to be patient about. And obviously, as time passes by and they launch tomorrow, we will get more information, and I will definitely share it with you guys. It will effectively create a new Terra chain without the algorithmic stablecoin. The old chain will be called the Terra Classic. So most people are going to be having Terra Classic right now, and the new chain will be called Terra, which is going to be token Luna. The chain upgrade will commence a few hours after the launch snapshot. The final release of the new Terra core has been released in preparation for the new chain launch on 27th May, which is going to be tomorrow. The code has successfully passed an audit, so things are looking very, very good. Exciting times. It's going to be starting tomorrow. Luna will be airdropped across Luna Classic stakers, Luna Classic holders, residual UST holders, and essential app developers for Terra Classic. So this is going to be very, very important. Developers are going to get it, UST holders are going to get it, and obviously people who have been holding Luna will also get it. Token distribution details can be found in the governance proposal, but to summarize, community pool 30%, pre-attack Luna holders 35%, pre-attack UST holders 10%, post-attack Luna holders 10%, post-attack UST holders 15%. As you can see, the proposal allocate a large portion of the token distribution to provide runway for existing dApps developers and to align the interests of developers with the long-term success of the ecosystem. This is going to be very, very interesting. This is TPL's wallet, which is Luna Foundation Guard distribution module, where the community pool lives, will be removed in the airdrop whitelist. So this is going to be interesting how all of this mechanism is going to work. We're going to only find out as time passes by. This is going to be tomorrow, so just be a bit more patient. The removal of these wallets from the airdrop whitelist will make Terra a fully community-owned chain. We believe this is an important step to empowering our ecosystem. We are proud to be working closely with SEX partners such as Binance, Bybit officials, and many others to support the airdrop to our community members who held tokens on exchanges. So like I said, you are going to get it. Just be patient. Let's see how Binance, Bybit, Qcoin, and all the other exchanges are going to handle. Gate.io is also going to be offering Luna 2.0. Interesting times. So Terra validators and dApp developers, we can't wait to see where you take this. Please make sure you check out our migration guides to your new home. So these are the validators address. This is for dApp developers. We have already seen an incredible groundswell of the world's leading dApp committed to Terra 2.0, and we expect more in the coming days. Terra is powered by passionate community and a deep pool of the developers' talent. Many of you share thoughts and ideas on the proposal, and those contributions led to significant improvements. Thank you for your engagement. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to see how exactly this plays out. I'm going to put the links below in the description. You can always check out. If you have any questions, you can post your questions as well. Now, if we get into other news, JP Morgan expects Bitcoin to rise 28% in the short term. Exciting time. If it does do that, we're going to be back in the ranges of $47,000 to $50,000, which is going to be very, very interesting whether this is going to happen or not. But obviously, they have some big analysts working for them. Next up, Thailand has implemented a 7% VAT exemption on crypto transactions through exchanges until the end of 2023. Another exciting news. Next up, we have Portugal rejects Bitcoin and crypto tax proposal. So it's still going to be the best place to go if you want to invest, and if you have a lot of Bitcoin, obviously Portugal is the destination for you. And next up, we're going to be looking into AVAX. AVAX has submitted a proposal to build Bikes metaverse on an Evidence subnet. Interesting, but I still think that they have an ape coin. They should make their own ape chain or something of that sort. That's going to bring the project way ahead of other projects. They should really look into that. Next up, we have JP Morgan again says cryptocurrency has overtaken real estate as one of its preferred alternative assets. I always say that property and real estate is good investment, but then it doesn't really grow until or unless you see inflation and obviously a lot of other scam tactics where they're just gonna inflate the price of that property. So obviously cryptocurrency as utility has a lot of things you can build on. I would always prefer cryptocurrency over real estate. Now let's get into investing because the Fed has spoken. No mentions of recession in FOMC minutes release. FOMC minutes 50 bps rate increase appropriate for next couple of meetings. Like we said, 50 bps is very likely. FOMC minutes, a number of officials said it would be appropriate to consider sales of mortgage-backed securities. That's very interesting. Fed minutes, all participants at Federal Reserve May policy meeting agreed half percentage point interest rate hike was appropriate. Members judge such hikes appropriate at next couple of meetings. So there could be more FUD coming from the Fed. Jerome Powell is taking some massive steps right now in this market. Now if we get into the most important part, which I'm very excited about, if we get into this chart by the rational root, and it also shows that the market is now beginning to get sideways, especially for long-term holder capitulation. Very interesting. We can ape into that details as well. So if we get into a chart, especially the bullish and bearish chart, and move from day time frames to weekly and zoom out, then we can see that the market, especially on the RSI, is beginning to get sideways, which is very interesting to see. We would want to see the market getting sideways, so we begin to believe that now Bitcoin dominance cycle is entering the third phase. We would ideally want to see that. Hopefully it does, but we have to wait out for the monthly closing before we make any kind of decisions on this one. Just have to be a bit watchful and careful in this market for now. Now if we get into our triangle, we are beginning to drop the triangle. Usually we do drop the triangle and then have a quick upside. We have to wait and watch for that one coming. Right now Bitcoin dominance is still increasing, so accumulation is still happening from the whales and retail, which is going to be very interesting. Mainly the big retail investors out of the market, so we just have to assume that this is whales been pumping and dumping the market for now. Obviously there's so many institutions. If JP Morgan thinks there's going to be an 8% rise in Bitcoin's price. Now we get into ETH, bullish and bearish. ETH is now beginning to follow the chart pattern that I had discussed for past several days. We are beginning to see the quick upside, rejection here, and the last rejection was here, which was creating another lower high, and now we're beginning to reach our worst case scenario. Once we do reach our worst case scenario, then I'm going to be adding more levels below. Obviously 1300 is going to be one of the next levels, which is going to be a critical level. That's very important, because before we had a quick upside last year, we were trading in the regions from 1300 to 1700 to about $2,000, and we are in the same range right now again. So hopefully things do get better in the market. Exciting to see that the market is now beginning to shift itself, and it's just not been in that zone that we were seeing it for some time now. So that's all for today's video, guys. A lot of news being shared. If you want to get into gate.io, just have to click in the link given in the description below. Deposit your money, earn airdrops and rewards. You can get it now in a bear market like this. I'm sure you're gonna really enjoy that. So take care, guys. I'm gonna be back in here again tomorrow. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Adios.